Have you ever wondered if it's possible to turn your impact wrench into an impact driver or an impact driver into an impact wrench? And if so, would they work at anywhere near the same level as the actual tool itself? Well, in today's video, that's exactly what we're gonna find out. Stick around, this one's gonna be good.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Right!
You know, I usually try to get budget or mid-tier tools for these kind of videos, but I just happened to run into the tool truck at the perfect time and happened to pick up for an eye-watering $664.57 the Snap-on 14.4 volt impact wrench with 2.5 amp hour battery and fast charger.
That's pretty fancy.
What are we gonna put that against? Well, the veritable titan of industry, it's the Milwaukee M18 Fuel Impact Driver Gen 3 with 5 amp hour battery and the quick charger for a mere $412.34.
Bullshit!
So on the table, we have over $1,000 in tools going head to head.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Now you might be asking yourself, Mike, why did you pick an 18 volt against a 14 volt? And this one has 5 amp hour battery and the Snap-on only has a 2.5. It seems like it shouldn't even be a contest. Well, I can tell you right now, the Snap-on has far more torque. It's pretty comparable in speed, but it just strokes this thing out in torque. The Milwaukee has good speed, great speed in fact, and good power, but in terms of torque, it's just not gonna compete with this guy. So that's why I picked what I picked, but let's look at what we can do with the adapters. So in looking for the adapters, I went on the annals of the internet and found all kinds of crazy shit like turning your drill into a circular saw, or turning it into a chainsaw, or turning it into something that cuts metal. But for this test, we're gonna use something really simple, because our Snap-on here happens to have a collet that is going to be adapted for sockets. And what I picked up from Walmart, no less, is a 3/8 inch drive to 1/4 inch adapter, allowing us to pretty much have the head of the Milwaukee onto the body of the Snap-on and vice versa with this next tool I have. Let me know in the comments down below, which one do you think is gonna break first, the Snap-on or the Walmart adapter? It is impact rated, so there's a chance it should be good. And for our impact driver, it normally has a 1/4 inch hex collet with a quick connect. So we just happen to have in our DeWalt kit a 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch adapter.
Big deal.
So today we're gonna be doing a multitude of tests to determine if the Snap-on or the Milwaukee is better suited for the other's job. And if we make one fail, that would be super impressive as well, because I'm gonna put these up against a crazy amount of tests. Make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video. I got a wild one at the very end. All right, let's get to it. First up, exterior screws. So for this test, we're gonna be taking our socket adapter out of our 1/4 inch drive because we need it. Ooh, it's got a lot of balls. In case you guys ever wanna know how much balls your tools has, put it on the highest setting it has, which for me in Milwaukee, it's setting 3. Check this out. All right, now check out the Snap-on. All right, pretty good, but this one has a lot more balls.
Your balls are showing.
All right, first test, we're gonna be doing deck screws into some 2x4s. All right, our Milwaukee has a Milwaukee bit, and then we're gonna give the old Snap-on a DeWalt bit, you know, because it's kind of yellow. Looks really weird, but it probably looks, oh man, it's got a lot of spin. Does that look right? That looks really weird. Got a lot of shake in there. All right, here we go, Milwaukee. I kind of gave it a little bit of an extension, so we're kind of matching the Snap-on in terms of length we have to travel. All right, 8 screws, 2-inch deck screws. Let's go. Speed 3. We're gonna pump the brakes off this thing. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. Fuck. Shit. Damn. Holy shit. God damn. Shit, this thing has crazy power. Don't do speed 3. That was stupid. Split the wood. You guys see that? Up next, Snap-on. 2.5 amp hour battery. Ridiculous extension. Looks kind of janky to me, and it's super long to use. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, shit. Well, that didn't work. Good God. Okay. There we go. Oh, this thing sucks. Oh, come on, man. Here we go. Okay. All right, well, that was pretty nuts. The Milwaukee has an insane amount of power, especially in Speed 3. This thing I would not use on Speed 3 unless you absolutely want to destroy your wood, which I should have pre-drilled holes, but this is a test for just raw power. So this thing has the raw power. And I'll say this, using these really long extensions, especially on this thing, it sucks. You have no control. And this thing, I mean, I can tell you this slip ring that's on the Snap-on, if you guys can see that, that's the slip ring right there. This little thing right here, it kind of holds it on instead of, it can hold it on and it's easier to get on and off, especially if you're like a mechanic and you're throwing on sockets every now and then, or quite often. But this one here with the pin detent, check that out. That, for me, just in my one-time use, that's much better. All right, battle deck screws, who won? Well, Milwaukee clearly ran away with it. It was much, much faster. Didn't ever have to really use the hammer blow function of the head, which this one definitely did. Although I'll say this, in Speed 3, this thing is just too much power. It sunk every single one of those screws way too far and actually split the wood to where you can't even use it anymore.
Well, that sucks.
All right, to make it even more ridiculous, now we're gonna adapt the Snap-on to drilling holes up against the Milwaukee. We're gonna go in Speed 1 this time. Let's go. Up next, we're gonna use our hex-based drill bit to drill a couple of holes in here. We'll go 3 holes. I'll put the Milwaukee in Speed 2, give it a fighting chance. And we'll see what it does. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Those are some nice holes. All right, up next, we're gonna put our hex bit into our 1/4 inch to 3/8 adapter onto our, oh, that doesn't sound very good, onto our Snap-on, making it now a drill. Let's go. 3 holes, here we go. Well, this thing is janky as hell. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, God, again. Again. Okay. All right. Not great, but not that bad.
Oh, come on.
All right, so who won the battle of drilling holes? Well, the Milwaukee didn't have to use the impact function at all, so it was clearly the better one of the two, but the Snap-on, despite this ridiculous head keep coming off, because it's really not designed for it, this thing was actually pretty damn good. The holes are actually cleaner in my opinion. So can you use your Snap-on impact wrench designed for taking lug nuts off cars to drill holes in wood? Goddamn right you can. Winner of the drill battle ain't this one. It's Milwaukee. Next up, we're gonna be attaching these 2.5 inch bolts into the wood, hopefully using a hell of a lot more torque. See if the Snap-on's got a chance in this one. We're gonna pre-drill a couple of holes with our skill, give it a fighting chance. All right, we've started a 3-inch bolt slightly into the hole. We're gonna put in a 14mm socket onto that with our little 3/8 to 1/4 inch hex to 3/8 adapter. And we're gonna see who goes faster. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, woo, impressive. All right, up next, we've got our Snap-on 14.4 volt with the 14mm socket on a 3-inch bolt. Here we go. Pretty damn good, Snap-on.
What a rush.
I have to go back to the tapes on that one, boys, because I don't know which one won. The Snap-on actually felt like had a lot more power, but the Milwaukee went through it seemingly a little bit smoother, so it's hard to tell. But we'll go back on the tapes and we'll check it out. Winner, Snap-on, by a hair. Next test, we're gonna put in our 6-inch Timberlock screws into our 2x4s. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 inches of fun.
Gross.
Let's see who does it best. All right, 6-inch Timberlocks with the Milwaukee. God help us, we're gonna go in Speed 3. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty goddamn fast. All right, Snap-on, we're locked in. 6-inch Timberlock. Can we beat Milwaukee? In 3, 2, 1, go. Didn't beat it, boys, but it was pretty good. That was pretty damn impressive, guys. But we're gonna take our next test to the great outdoors, my driveway. All right, the final test. We're gonna put the Milwaukee up against the Snap-on, removing the 19 mil bolts on my daughter's Chevy, whatever the hell this is, Chevy Cruze. All right, 3, 2, 1. Backwards, 3, 2, 1. Like butter. Nope, let's put them back on. Next up, Snap-on. Oh, that was easier, boys. That was easier. These are weird bolts. All right, in conclusion, the Snap-on impact wrench at $664.57. Do I think it was worth it? I want to say no, but goddamn, the yellow looks so good, and even this sick hat. All right, so what do we know now after our test series? Number one, this adapter from Walmart fucking sucks. This adapter also sucks. Can you make your impact driver into an impact wrench? Yes. Can you make your impact wrench into an impact driver? Yes. Do these adapters absolutely suck? Yes, these are terrible. And I don't know if it's because they're cheap. I got one that's DeWalt, I got one that's hyper tough. Milwaukee does make one, but I have not seen anything good about it on the reviews. That's why I bought this $5 one instead of the $25 Milwaukee one. So what I happen to think is, use the right tool for the right job. And I'll tell you this Milwaukee, it's got a ton of power. As much as I wanted the Snap-on to absolutely destroy this thing, it didn't. Like, this was designed for mechanics. This wasn't designed to be driving in Timberlock screws into decks, you know what I'm saying? So, in conclusion, we all know Milwaukee and Snap-on, totally different tools for different purposes, right? But do you still want both? Well, I sure as hell do. Do I feel bad about spending $664.57 on it? Not really. But you tell me, which would you rather have? Drop me a comment down below. Would you rather have the Snap-on or the Milwaukee, and why? But in conclusion, thank you so much for watching and spending time with me today. God bless and have a great day.